Echo shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, and the man ruining my fucking intro, my fucking day, my fucking life is the producer/producer Nick Scarpino.
Echo, turn my shade down. Put my shade down, Echo.
You can't afford an Echo, you broke asshole. You know that for a fact, all right? God damn it, Nick. Why you gotta get it? Kevin, can you go to my Twitter and just fucking put up the thing I tweeted about Nick? It's 2 tweets back 22 minutes ago.
All right,
that this is the kind of psychological warfare I have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of shitty thing did you dig up on me this time? Oh, I made one comment 80 podcasts ago.
I want you to know, Nick, I was drifting off to sleep last night after I put Benjamin down. So it was like 3:30 in the morning or whatever. And I had this realization that, I'm always like, oh man, it's my 15th year in the industry. That means it's my 15th year working with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And like we've only worked more and more and more with each other as we've gone.
That sucks. Yeah.
When I don't do the Kinda Funny podcast, Nick does the Kinda Funny podcast. He hosts it. He drives it. He does the things. Usually I have to come at the week when I show up after a week off. I have to be like, hey, what topics did you do so I don't do them again? And today, proactively, Nick hit me up and he said, this is the question we did. And I'm like, thank you so much. That means so much to me. And then I double click on the Kinda Funny fucking podcast folder and I open it up to go in and I keep it all nice and orderly because it makes me happy and sane. And I click it open and I look and I'm like, oh, well, these are out of order. So I last modified date. Then it goes back to like 2019. I'm like, I redo it again. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is the first one from December 10th, 2026, Nick? What kind of crazy person puts the title of the podcast doc 12:10:26?
12 period. I don't even know.
There's a visual gag here if you're looking at Kevin's thing.
Oh, I apologize. There you go. Okay.
Just I come in here. I'm trying to figure out where I got to make a copy of the document to get in and do it myself.
Instead of 2021, you put 2026.
I don't even know. Is that the one I go off of?
Okay, so now real quick. Okay, hold on. No, please, if I can have the floor. Sure. So real quick there, Kevin thinks the mistake is that he put 26 and 20 instead of 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Too. I don't even use that.
From what he said, it sounds clear that Nick just uses one doc over and over again, right?
Let me see what the name of my doc is, honestly, real talk.
But
yeah, my doc is 12. My doc is 12, 20, 10, 26. That should be 21. So I'll fix that right now. There.
Yeah.
I thought it was Nick going for the Eurasian standard of putting the date at the last.
No
spot.
One would do that. We would
like
not do
December of 2010, the 26th.
We have a hard stance against that.
I do want to say that I'm looking back at December 2021, and there's no world where the 10th of December would have had a Kinda Funny podcast. I'm just saying this goes deeper than we even thought here.
Okay. So even to do that, let's just say that's what the problem is. Do we not see the folder we're looking in right now of Kinda Funny Podcast 0105 2022, Kinda Funny Podcast 0111 22? Nick, just fucking next time copy it and put in the normal date. It's like just stop working off of a file that God only knows when the December 10th was that we did the show.
It's just my template file, first off. Second off, Andy, oh my God, I did not know where he was going to go with that. Because sometimes when Greg's not on the podcast, he doesn't realize how much shit we talk about him. He doesn't go back and listen to it. I was like, oh my God, he's going to roast us for the shit we said last week.
Us. I love that you just incriminate everyone else.
Yeah.
We're all complicit.
No, I'll go ahead and fix that document title, Greg. No problem.
No, but you have
Kevin, I'm slacking you another one. Just more evidence for the court. All right, just more evidence for the court. Because now what I'm being told to believe is that Nick Scarpino only uses one document over and over again, and that should make sense.
Greg,
so what I've put in as evidence B here, Kinda Funny Podcast 07/14/21, Greg Miller. Kinda Funny Podcast 07/15/2021, Greg Miller. Kinda Funny Podcast 07/16/2021, Greg Miller. Kinda Funny Podcast 4/21/21. Why are we in April all of a sudden?
Also,
Nick,
why did we lose the zero? Why did we lose the zero before
Dude,
the 4?
I love it, and I get it. There's a lot of documents, there's a lot of templates, there's a lot of copying and pasting and all. There's a lot of numbers involved in things, You gotta let Nick just be Nick. I appreciate this energy.
Here's the deal. I don't think I changed the name of that though. That's the problem. Is like I just go off the same document every week.
What you're supposed to do is one new document per week.
Right.
Yeah.
Why?
because that's the way Greg, who normally runs the show, handles it.
Because doesn't it look good to go into the Kind of Funny podcast folder, Nick? You can scroll all the way back and go, Kind of Funny podcast, April 29th, 2019. What was happening then? We were talking about cooking with Greggy.
Also,
Joshua's asked Nick, you just got a job at UC Riverside as director of content for athletics. Like, there's a whole bunch. It's a time capsule, you know?
When we sell the DVDs, you know, we can put this in there. It's the script for it.
It's a great point.
When we sell the standard definition DVDs of the show. Nick,
think of it this way. Think of it this way. You got, as Andy Cortez always says, a sucker is born every minute.
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever. We all know Tim doesn't even fucking read books, let alone read, period. He bought all the Euphoria scripts. Like, that's really gonna, be we could easily put these all into a PDF, put them on a thumb drive. We sell them to Mark Freeman, we retire. That's how we could do this one day. We go in there for you. You know what I mean? The kids are going to get their tomes. They're going to print them out. They're going to have every Kind of Funny podcast ever. And they're going to be like, wait, why did they time travel to 2026 to fucking do this episode?
I'm with Nick though. I think.
Andy, of course you are, because you two snakes. You know what I mean? You went after the same rat once. You got tied in a knot. Now you're there.
Oh, it's a rat king. It's a rat king. They became a rat king.
We can't get our tails untied.
Tim, would you believe that's a real thing that happens with rats?
Yeah, unfortunately.
What, they get their tails tied?
Yeah.
And then they become rat kings. That's what they're called.
Wait.
It's a whole bundle of rats with their tails connected. It's called a rat king.
I can bring up an image of like a drawing.
I need to see it. I need a real image.
Honestly, it will scar kids.
Yeah, it is.
No kid is watching this.
Okay, wait, hold on.
I don't mean kids like. I'll show it to you.
If you are below the age of 13 right now, I want you to go to your dad's boat and get the flare gun, shoot it into the sky so I can see you. All right.
So this is a dead rat king. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay, Tim, look away.
Shut your eyes. You can't take
I gotta
this.
take
Too
this.
weak.
Chat, look away.
Take it.
No, that's not bad.
That's not bad. Okay, yeah, but it's dead. Imagine this alive, like them all freaking out, pulling at it.
It looks like chicken tenders.
I'm
thinking
Arby's. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ. It does look like Arby's. Is
that like, go back to that image for a second? Can we zoom in? Is that a prolapsed butthole on the bottom one right there?
Yeah.
So I was very confused. Wow, this photo is from 1895. That looks so cool.
Yeah, so like I think the last rat king that was found was like 4 years ago or something. It's very rare to find them.
Are they able to live for a while, Kev?
But like it's
because I'll be honest. In Human Centipede, they hung on longer than I thought they would.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Well, it becomes like a sitcom, Greg. Like somebody comes over for a date, and they're like, "Hey, chill out, my date's here," you know, and they put like a blanket over all of them, and then like every once in a while the blanket rustle, like, "What's that over there?" Like, "Oh, nothing, babe," and it becomes like a little thing, and then like, "What should I say right here?" Like, "Dude, going for the kiss, dude." Yeah, like it becomes like it's cute. It becomes a cute thing. So when I played The Last of Us Part 2.
Sure.
And you fight that enemy called the Rat King.
Sure.
Well, like, was it even called the Rat King?
Yeah.
Like, okay, they actually called it the Rat King.
It's because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking freaked me out because I didn't know this was a general term. And people were like, "Oh, go fight the Rat King." I was like, "But it's not rats. Why is it called the Rat King?" Like, I didn't understand any of that, and I thought that like it was going to be this other type of monster. It was very confusing for me, Greg. So I didn't know that this was an
educational podcast. Here.
Here's the thing. I'm like every other person in the world, right? Rats, no thank you. But like these guys look kind of cute. Like, you know what I mean?
King, I'm all in.
Now, here's what I'm gonna say is, don't get me wrong, I'm not like coming in here and trying to be monocle scientist man or whatever. Are we sure that's rat kings, or are those just a bunch of cool rats chilling out together, keeping warm? You know what I mean? I've seen wiener dog puppies all huddled up together, and they ain't no rat king. They're just hanging out.
Wiener king.
Here's what I'll say. I don't think you want to be the first rat in the Rat King cluster to die, because for sure all the other.
Actually, probably I do. Actually, no, I totally do.
No, they're gonna eat you though.
Yeah, it's rather that than the last one. I'm like,
well, honestly, it's probably not the first to die.
19 fucking rats that are my friends. Imagine if we were all connected and we are just having the time of our lives. How long is a rat's life? 5 years, 10 years? No, 5 years.
40?
We're having a time of our life for a year and a half. Then Andy dies. And it's like, oh no, this fucking sucks. Then there's the smell. But the weight's not bad because we're pulling it. Then, Tim dies. Then it's me and Nick. Now, don't get me wrong. This is kind of the dream. This is what I've always wanted. But then, Nick dies. And here I am. And I got you three tied to me.
Dead weight.
Now I'm going on dates like Andy's talking about. I got a blanket over you three. They're not asking about what's the sound. They're like, what's the smell? You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah. I have to call the 1-800 number for Febreze and say, can you make a blanket that does the same stuff as the spray?
How big a canister of Febreze do you sell? Because I'm gonna need to aerosol this whole room.
They do sell the trash bags that smell like perfume, the ones that Kevin hates.
No, sure. Kevin loves those.
Nick hates them. Yeah,
oh,
I don't feel either way about it, but Nick
because when you
hates
open
them
up
violently.
the trash, it smells like trash and lavender.
And God, he
it's fucking
complains
disgusting.
so much about it. You just gotta
it's not that. It's a great idea in theory, and I'll tell you this: Glad or whoever's making these trash bags.
We're
great
not
idea
very
in theory,
glad.
but it's so pungent that it made the entire kitchen smell like lavender the whole time. And nobody ever took the trash out but me, so I would have to get just boofed.
No,
with
Cool
that,
Greg took it out.
3 to 4 days of lunch canisters that are rotting in there, plus lavender.
Lunch canisters.
You know what I mean? That's lunch containers.
You make it sound like we're on a spaceship.
Rations.
What's the stock like on the lunch canisters? All right, I'll start cutting in breakfast canisters as well.
Greg, on the Planet of the Apes in review, Tamor said roof room instead of attic, and we all made fun of him, but then he just owned it and he was like, oh, it's a British thing. Like,
he got your ass.
And he fucking got all of us. Yeah. We just totally believed him. And then he was like, hey, I gotta admit you guys, that is absolutely not real. We do not call it the roof room.
the thing about Tam is this, right? Tam is an amazing contributor to Kinda Funny, but he and I have not spent enough time together for me to do the thing that I do to all you guys, where even if you tell me dead and you look me dead in the eye and say, I am telling you the truth about this, I still think you're full of shit.
Sure.
Because that is our thing. So I didn't have the heart to call him on that. I was like, oh, I respect Tam.
You're like, cultural differences. I understand.
Right, exactly.
No. I didn't. No. I didn't. He may have tricked me, Greg, into believing what he said was true.
Sure.
But that didn't make me laugh even harder. I continue to double down in that, of course British people call that thing a roof room. You got to be fucking kidding me. That is so on brand for calling what we call an attic a roof room. That's so fucking silly. And then he was like, no, I was just lying about it. I was like, I knew it. But it didn't make me go, oh, my bad. Shit.
I appreciate those moments because it's rare, I think, for us as Americans that we really let the other countries know how much we look down upon them.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. And it's that thing of that's the moment where it's roof room, or if he was give me the old Skittles pocket, we'd all be like, that is some of the stupid ass shit you'd say, you dumb motherfucker. You know what I mean?
In your mind, Greg, what is a Skittles pocket?
It's a coin purse.
Yeah.
But for Skittles,
you think you're getting Skittles? You're not getting Skittles. You know what I mean? I don't even know if they've made it to that country yet, because all they talk about is how great their chocolate is when it's chocolate.
Put some biscuits in my Skittles pocket, and it's and you're like, oh, he's gonna put some fucking McDonald's biscuits. Then no, they're cookies. It's cookies. They call biscuits cookies, Nick.
They do.
I just want it. How big are your testicles that you would say that there's a Skittles pocket?
Oh, I don't mean a coin purse like your testicles. You know what I mean?
No.
A purse where you keep your coins. It's like what your grandma used to have. Remember when your grandma had the coin purse?
I've never ever.
Nick's immediately oh man, someone's got small balls.
Well, I was just
they've either got small balls or lots of small balls. I guess they have small balls no matter what, but they got lots of them. They got some kind of medical condition.
Incredible.
when I heard coin purse, I did not think testicles.
You didn't have testicles? I mean, I get how you got there, but in the context of Greg talking about the Skittles, what it is, a Skittles pocket's a coin purse? No, testicles were very far from my mind.
Huh.
But you want to talk about things that are from a bygone era that I think only Nick and I can remember. It is when coin purses were a thing. Because I remember when my dad would go to the garage and they would have, or grandma would, and she'd get the garage would give you the, get your car worked on or whatever. And then they'd give you the little plastic coin purse that you could put it. And then I'd get it. I give a shit about, Mike's Garage or whatever at Five Corners, Glendale, Illinois, what up. But I had it. And then I put some coins in it. But that's when we cared about coins. I hate fucking coins. I'm glad they're gone.
Wait, people would give you as like, oh, hey, here, take this and we'll have our logo on it kind of?
Yeah, promotional shit like that everywhere. Yeah, pens, coin purses, Frisbees, you name it. They were out there. I'll tell you what.
Wait. Those weird, like, so a coin purse in my mind is that but it's more of an actual, it's like a mini purse with the pinch top thing. But remember there was those like oval, like egg shaped ones almost, like a flat egg. Is that what you're talking about?
I never knew what that was for. We just chuck it at each other.
Yeah, of course.
Can you try to get that? Can you Google
I'm looking,
male coin purse?
Male coin purse.
No, I'm not doing that.
Skittles pocket.
Flesh colored coin purse.
I'm just gonna Google coin purse rubber.
This is when we were a different culture, a different time in the 80s where we just thought the resources were never going to run out. So why not make all these really disposable garbagey things that nobody wanted but you got?
That's incredible.
Whoa. I
actually had
you put buttons in there too, huh?
Oh, dude, those motherfuckers would always pinch your fingies when you put your fingers in there.
I never put my fingers in. Just chucked it at friends as hard as
like the opening of it, the opening slit. My fingers would always get caught in that opening slit. Yeah,
make sure.
Yeah, if you got a really good one, right?
Like a good quality rubber.
Yeah.
I don't remember those per se. Like I've seen those before, but the ones that I think
you remember the ones with like the pinchy tops that like
you pinch the top,
the super grandmother one.
Yeah, that's super grandma.
These are the free ones you get as a promotional expense. And Kevin, I need you to keep this link handy. These are the ones that these are the ones you get as a promotional expense. Yeah, but then there were like the ones, and then what level? We talked about the states the other day, right? With the S tier, A tier, yada yada yada. S tier grandmas had the crocheted coin purse, right? That they made, or their friend Helen made, or something like that, and they had them.
I need everybody here on this podcast to know, and even people maybe listening, maybe outside kind of funny contributors to understand, like Joey Noel who just popped into the chat. I need everybody to understand that any day now you may receive a pack of 90 of these in the mail from Greg Miller, just
Joey
for no
Noel,
reason.
I did slack Joey Noel. I slacked Joey Noel.
Good job,
and asked her to come in here.
You.
Joey, I don't know where we're at with Patreon Platinum perks going forward. I know, of course, right now we have an amazing Avengers promo poster. Kevin, if you want to get that tweet ready, I'm going to ask for it when we get to housekeeping. But Joey, we need coin purses for one of the Patreon Platinum tiers, just with the you know what we're talking about here, the Skittles pocket.
Coin shortage. This is like the worst time to put one of these out.
But the thing is, now it's organic from the show, and everybody in the chat's very excited. I'm looking over here, and J6 Cuke says, "Oh hey," like he wants one bad. You can tell right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you rather have a coin purse or would you rather have a Trog shirt? Because I feel like I hear about that one more often.
That's a That's a Sophie's choice.
Well, I mean, first off, how many months are there? How many months are there in a year, though? Right? So we could do both, no problem.
But yeah, here's the thing. We put Nick's face and we call it Nick's coin bag or coin purse. Sorry,
Nick's Skittles pocket.
Can you do it so that Joey? Can you do an all over print so it's just my mouth and beard, and when it opens up, it looks like this?
Oh my god!
I'm out.
Joey, thanks for coming in.
This is a nightmare project. I just want you to know,
Joey. It's not hard. Just figure out how to produce a bunch of cyan coin purses. Yeah, it's very simple.
I'm sure this is a great thing in 2022. I'll work on that, okay?
But here's the thing. You're getting all caught up in it the wrong way. Coin purses can be used for anything. So you could put your Skittles in there. You could put your sunflower seeds in there. You could put your pepper, your salt in there. You're cooking. You need to pinch it open. You get it, poosh, like that. You know what I mean?
You could put a thumb drive to your crypto, and you call it a crypto coin.
No, marbles. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Andy, you could put your twang in there, or you know what I mean. Put some of your pickle stuff in there.
That would have been great because I had my pickle saw at the movie theater.
I was very impressed with you,
Batman. I could have easily held it in there.
Andy, I meant to ask for some of that. I wanted to try it on.
Oh man, yeah. Like Nick, do you want to make any sort of
I would like to weigh in on this because
real quick, Greg. It actually, you can put USBs in there.
It's hard.
Right. Yeah, it was more when Nick was talking about how he was going to use it to put his cryptocurrency in there that I was like, I don't think
he said put it on a USB, put the USB in there.
So you're with him that he can put his cryptocurrency on a USB?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally like, you hear about people losing hard drives and like $700,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear a lot of things about Bitcoin and NFTs. I just don't know what to believe.
It's a key. You have a text file with a key on it, and that key will give you access to the crypto.
Yeah,
is it like how when we got
the guy that had like one password left, attempt left to like
where he can't.
Remember when we opened the Kind of Funny bank account and they gave us those little calculator things to enter codes to do it. And I'm like, Nick, you are in charge of the bank account. I'm never using this.
Yeah,
you know what?
Those are different, but very similar. Those look like a little.
So that is an NFT.
No, that is
the
not
calculator from Citibank. No,
that's a token that you have to use to log in, and it's very difficult.
Okay. Andy Cortez.
I have a get rich quick scheme.
Get
rich quick scheme.
Is Michael Caine giving us this
scheme?
Michael Caine.
Get rich quick scheme.
You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Get rich quick scheme.
Nope.
Get rich.
Get rich quick schemes.
We're gonna get rich quickly from this scheme. Everybody, we hang out downtown somewhere. Maybe where's Apple at?
Cupertino.
Union Square.
Cupertino. I was gonna say Monsanto.
Are we going to the store? Or are we going to where they are?
The UFO.
Yeah, the UFO. Or are we like where are you going to home base?
Yeah, home base.
Okay.
Yeah, UFO.
Got it.
Cupertino. Maybe a couple of us are. Well, I think we all have to be at different stations, right?
Okay. Can you assign us our jobs?
Where the tech pros are at. It's all very similar jobs, Tim. There's 2 people in the van. Okay. And
you're driving.
Huh?
Kevin's driving.
Kevin's driving, but he also has to be the main radio person controlling all the cameras.
Oh shit! No, Kevin, you're in the back of the van. I'm sorry.
He could do both.
I got. No, he can't do both. That's way too complicated.
I can do both.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to be driving for a while. You know? I drive
Kevin
there.
replaced his oil while doing a Let's Play one time.
Okay, that's a good point.
That's not quite true. That's not quite true.
So
I moved the car
Kevin,
for Joey. For Joey.
Kevin, drivers and cams. Yeah. Me, Nick, Tim, and Greg all out in the field. Kind of rotating jobs, right? Sometimes one of us needs to be the distractor. Sometimes one of us the distractee.
Yeah.
And I think, and it's really just Nick and Kevin who kind of put me on this. That like sometimes hard drives just get placed on tables. Sometimes they get lost.
Sure.
Sometimes these hard drives have a lot of crypto that we could cash in quickly. And I think a lot of it is just like, maybe we would just wait around bars, see if there's anything being left around. Kevin, I need you on all the cams though, constantly driving though, because you can't look suspicious. You can't be in your van with laptops. You know, like you have to be kind of constantly driving, but also looking at the cameras on the bottom right of the passenger seat. One of y'all distractor, sometimes with a distractee.
Okay.
Always waiting around for hard drives, because one of those hard drives is going to have a buttload of crypto. I don't know how it looks. I don't know how it feels.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I like to imagine it's in those hard drives you guys used to carry at IGN. Those ones that are like silver and orange. Like
those
motherfuckers.
The Lacy ones. Yeah.
But I feel like hard drives are so small, anything could be a hard drive now.
No, the big lacy ones, because the more crypto you got, the bigger of a thing you got to hold it on.
Bigger the drive,
That's the job site. If you've never seen the Apple UFO, I've been there. No big deal.
Really?
Man.
Just letting you know.
Well, I've never been there.
I went there for the when they revealed Apple Arcade, and it's what sold me on the Apple Watch. And then I got to hang out with the kind of funny best friend who works there, and I got to eat their food, and I got to walk around a bit.
Did you check out that weird pond thing on the right side?
That's where they jet ski going.
I don't think so. They had done something in the middle. They had just had or were about to have some kind of like music festival. So like a stage.
They play cricket in
That's a tunnel being bored to the center of the earth. Because here's the thing, Nick. You get one of these crypto files. Maybe it's a doc file. Maybe it's one of these like PowerPoint that's like, should I use PowerPoint or can I open this in like Google's thing? Like we're never ever quite sure what the format's gonna look like or how big the file is. You open that up.
It's always the program you don't know how to get.
Exactly.
That's how it opens up.
Exactly.
Or if you do know how to get it, you don't know. It's like Adobe like Flash Animator, and you're like, oh.
You open up like a file transfer file sort of format converter or whatever. But I think from there it's pretty like I think you just take it to your bank and say, put that shit in there.
Definitely not.
Let me sell that, or sell me your goods. That car out there. Go ahead.
Finest wares.
Greg from KindaFunny.
Thank you very much, Andy. My questions are this: since we don't 100% know what the hard drives would look like, and we don't know like how many people would just be leaving them around, what if we just tweak it a bit, right? And we set up some kind of thing like show and tell, like show your crypto, like bring your crypto and like win a t-shirt kind of shit. You know what I mean? So we get it and then we take it and we verify it. And then while we're verifying it, we kind of can swip it out. You know what I mean? Switch it out.
Paste. That's
get it over there. Yeah, exactly. We get the Excel doc. They get the Google doc, the spreadsheet doc.
And we funged that token.
And I think just for fun, I don't know if we're using him right here as a distraction or he's a last minute distraction we can toss out of the van if we need to. Boris the tortoise is with us, and we have him doing something as a distraction. Because if you come over and you're like, Yeah, exactly. Close up magic. He comes over and he's like, here's my crypto that I need to show to get the t-shirt. We're like, awesome. Have you met Boris? And I'm like, oh my God, is that a tortoise? And they're distracted long enough for Nick to do whatever he needs to do with
they can feed him
USB.
cactus.
I think
everyone likes feeding him
Yeah.
cactus.
I think Boris is kind of like I think Boris is maybe like the mascot of whatever brand we're doing. Like we're there as like
slow and steady.
Turtle Crypto, slow and steady.
Yes.
That's the tagline, slow and steady.
Yeah.
But it's
Crypto,
like Turtlehead Crypto or something like that.
Yeah. Turtle head poking out.
Yes, exactly. The turtle head's poking out.
Turtle head's breaching.
When it's poking out, be careful. That's the tagline. Because like I've got so many files on my computer that I could throw on there and like kind of swap out. Like I have
that could be our whole thing too. Is like
I have so many zip files just here. Like
we could totally do the thing of like, we're here to see how secure your crypto is, and they hand it over, and then we take it, and like, bad news, it wasn't secure. There's no crypto on here. You know what I mean? And then
somebody got to it.
We've got all the Gumby coins.
Mm-hmm. It's like I just wonder if we could just entice the chat to go to their local bank right now. Find you got a USB thumb drive somewhere.
Sure.
Somewhere.
USB, with all honesty, USB hard drives, like the thumbsticks, have come in and kind of replaced coin purses. Exactly. They are now the thing people give away. You know what I mean?
Cover your face. There you go.
So what I want you to do is
Swallow
take that
Andy.
straight to your bank teller and demand money, and say the following words: "I have a gun in my pocket."
Oh my God! I was like, please, Nick, don't go too far. You just do the worst thing.
For the record, in the live chat, Ched Damage. He says, I will definitely go platinum for a coin purse, but for weed, though. Another use. You can put whatever you want in the coin purse once you have it, and weed would be a great thing to put in there. I sent that to Joey Noel, who responds, is there a middle ground where the opening isn't Nick's mouth/beard? And I'm sorry to report, Joey, there isn't.
There's not. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. I think maybe we manufacture bigger ones with Nick, the mouth and the Nick and all that. Because here's the thing that I kind of realized while talking about the Patreon rewards, that I'm very disappointed in myself. And maybe this sort of adds into a funnier joke, even though it might result in less profit for the company.
Sure.
And that is, Nick.
Yeah, Kevin, that's a good.
The Gonzo for Gordo t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's time.
I completely forgot about it, and we already saw Batman. But how funny would it be if we did a Gonzo for Gordo t-shirt like in 4 months?
Yeah.
When Batman's it's out of the conversation. We're not talking about it anymore at all. I think that could be like a funny joke. We just have to hope that everybody else thinks it's funny.
But here's the thing. You think Jim Gordon isn't going to be in Batgirl? Jim Gordon isn't going to be in the Batman home release of the DVD? You don't think Jim Gordon is not going to be in Gotham Knights? Like, we have more Gordos coming up.
Oh my God! I just mixed up Gordon with Alfred.
Everybody, brace yourself. This is the worst coin purse I've ever seen, but I think we could do Nick's face. It might be very expensive, but I think it's
money
worth
is no object for our Patreon supporters. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
That's perfect.
Oh,
no!
Oh no!
Look at the stubble! Look at the stubble!
Oh my God!
Nick,
would you consent to having if somebody comes through and they make like plaster? They put you, they sit you down, and they like plaster your face, to get the right molding and all that jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? I mean, I can't do the full face because I would freak the shit out, and I have no idea how people do that. But if it's just the bottom half of my face and my nose is clear, I can probably figure that out. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
there it is.
That does look like. How much is it? Like, that looks exactly like Fran's lower half.
It probably is Fran.
It might be Fran.
Why is there a finger too? What do you do with the finger?
I don't know.
Put it in the mouth.
Put it in the coin purse. Ew. It helps you expand the coin purse.
How much? So, Kev, how much is this if I wanted to buy this?
$128 on Wish.
Get it
on Wish. I fucking love that it's on Wish. That is so disturbing.
You might
I
get
wonder
it
what
in
it's
6
actually
months.
gonna look like when you get it. Like, there's no way it looks like that.
No.
That looks like a premium coin purse product. Way more than $128. I'll tell you what.
What is Wish?
Wish is just one of those websites like Alibaba. No.
Remember when the internet came around and we're like, this could get us anything we ever want. Like, well, that's what Wish does. Wish has everything you'd ever want. And they come from questionable things.
Nick, Wish is usually, if I'm not mistaken, Wish is usually one of those commercials you see late at night where it's like, it's like a little old lady. She's like, I got this iPad for $12.94. Because you kind of if nobody's betting on that item, you just kind of put a number up and you might get it for that.
Right.
But like it should never.
No, it's more like it's
it
more
reminds
of a
me of the
store,
Mitch.
though.
It reminds me of the Mitch Hedberg joke, Kevin, where he says, "I think lotteries advertising their companies by like people winning the lottery, like that's false advertising. Like they should show a guy with all these bags of money saying like this happened once." It's like, and it's so true because like these people in these commercials are like, I got this pair of skis for fucking $8.94. Like that's never gonna happen. You're gonna get an iPad for maybe $12 under the price, and if you're stubborn, maybe you'll pay $80 overpriced because you don't.
No, you that's not Wish though. That's another thing. Wish is just like a store where you buy stuff that's like, it'll be on there like, oh, it's $100, and then our price is $20, but it's like a like imitation of it.
I'm going on my
Oh,
phone
really?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say
it's
that.
gonna be a virus.
I thought you were about to say
It definitely
Kevin,
is a site that seems like it would be a virus.
It's
Yeah.
one of those sites where you get like really, really terrible credit interest offers.
No,
or you
'cause,
could
like,
get that PS4
Here, let me.
for 7 payments of $193, that sort of thing.
So you can buy this model boat for $19, and then people do post what they actually get.
Ah.
So they get, but it's like it's obviously not nearly as fancy as the image. See that?
Oh, okay.
Kev,
Gotcha.
I sent assets, a kid's motorcycle armor suit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like this is the type of shit that you can buy on Wish.
Assets.
What? I want to see this.
Audio listeners, this isn't me. Just keep that in mind.
But the thing is, it's your.
But I feel like Andy opened the door for this conversation.
Your Honor, the prosecution opened the door. I'm just walking through.
I
See,
got
that's awesome, but it's the kind of shit I couldn't buy Benjamin because I just
Yeah,
don't
no,
want
it's
him.
not
I don't want
safe.
him to. He's gonna feel like Batman. He's gonna be able to take me out. I don't want that.
Is this motorcycle? Oh, it is motorcycle armor.
I'm not
See,
worried
I
I mean,
wanna
it's, just
find-
to be clear, it's not safe. This is not a safe thing to put
I
your
wanna
kids
buy-
in.
I mean, you
a
could shoot a
slightly
kid out of a
larger one
cannon
for
and he'll be
Andy.
fine.
I think a child could easily roll down 5-6 flights of stairs, like concrete ones, in this, and probably
Be
live
totally fine
through
on the
it.
way out.
Here, you know how fucking crazy this is, though, and this is why I wish I had grown up now. Greg, when Ben is of age, granted, you tell him, listen, don't
Knock a few back with his old dad. I know.
Yeah, you're 12 years old. It's time to start drinking booze. No, what I'm saying is you do the fucking scene from Batman Begins where you take that armor and you spray paint it black and you make him his own
Nice.
custom Batman costume
Sure,
that actually looks super dope, which is what my dad would have done. And then he would have forgotten the most important piece, Big Lou, the cowl. What are we going to make it out of? An old rubber fucking sink pad that had the little suction cups on it. Remember those
Sure,
things?
yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Maybe it actually wasn't a sink pad. It was the ones you put in your shower. You go.
It was-
Oh, on the floor,
the
yeah,
shower
all
stickers.
suction
You know,
cups.
My
there's-
dad cut that out, and I was like, "Are you going to even paint that?" It was like an off-white, and he was like, "It's close enough." I'm like, "I think it's not close enough."
I love
do you
the
think
idea of your
about it?
dad just like sticking it to your fucking skull.
Do you ever think about it, Nick, how spoiled all these soft kids are now growing up? Kids like
Right.
Benjamin, where it's like they want to be a Ghostbuster or whatever, and then you just get movie accurate costumes on demand from a site. Whereas you and me, we're out there. What do you got? You got a tissue box. You have somebody duct tape that up. You draw on the
Oh.
top of it. You're acting like that's a ghost trap.
My dad promised me he'd make me a Batman costume. He's like, and my mom was like, "You got to make him the costume." My dad's like, "It's gonna be fine. We'll do it." Night of Halloween, we're about to go out, and I was like, "I have just the Batman PJs, like the jammies that I had," and I was like, "Where is the rest of the costume?" And my dad tried to make me out of like cardboard paper, like a butcher paper, not butcher
Yeah,
paper, but like a blue sheet of that paper you get at like a Walgreens. I think we got it at the thrifty store. He tried to like mask it around me and cut the holes out and staple it. And it just did not work. And I was like,
It's
I
that
need the part that does this. And that's when he tried to cut up the mat. And I was like, I'm just going sans.
You and I are in this. We're in this awkward period where it's like we didn't live through the way our parents did, but we're old enough to remember the costumes that were just the Spider-Man Homecoming Avengers, that mask you slid over your face, and then like the weird drape made of plastic that was it. We didn't. I had good costumes. There were good costumes, but those still existed. We didn't have the Spirit Halloween takeovers. You know what I mean? That were there nowadays.
Yeah.
With the good license sort of shit. Like,
Yeah.
Greg, if I wanted to be Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible, I had to I guess this thing kind of like I always wanted to wear a turtleneck. I feel like turtlenecks kind of always evoked spy vibes. So it's like
they do big time.
Like, can I get a turtleneck, please? I want to look like a spy, and I'm wearing fucking boots. Even though like spies don't necessarily wear boots. Like I don't know why I needed to wear boots at that age. If I wanted to look like Mega Man, I'm shit out of luck, dude. I got nothing to look like Mega Man, and it just always felt so shitty, you know.
Well, like when I wanted to be Dick Tracy for a Halloween, even though I never saw the Dick Tracy movie, which is weird, but I don't understand kids.
Whoa.
My mom had to sew the Dick Tracy like coat for me, and you know what I mean.
That's
like, what
cool.
The fuck? That was awesome. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. My mom made me the Ghostbusters suit. I've shown on this show before. That's hanging in my Ghostbusters closet over here. So when Benjamin's ready, we can be like, put it on, the last suit you'll ever wear.
I wanted to be Spider-Man in 2nd grade, and I asked my mom, and she was like, "It's too expensive to buy that, so I'm going to make you a costume." And I assumed she was going to make me a Spider-Man costume, but she didn't. She made me a rainbow costume, so I went as rainbow in 2nd grade. I've told the story before, but I was a rainbow, and there was. I do somewhere. There was a little cloud attached to it. It's all made of felt, but I was a rainbow, and I had a hat that was a sun. It was a sun hat.
Yeah.
He looked so dumb.
Not Spider-Man, no.
He wanted him to get bullied.
And that's the thing is like my mom legit thought it was going to be cool. Like she was like, yeah, no, all the kids are going to think it's cool. And I just believed my mom because, you know,
what
this costume
I could trust an adult and you
There's
trust
so much about this that makes me uncomfortable.
We're looking at an Iron Spider costume right now, and yeah, it's like Spider-Man, but he's got pizzazz. He just finished a musical dance number on stage. He's
just like got attitude,
basking in it. Yeah,
that's incredible. I just remember like I used to get so excited but Greg, remember where you'd buy the costume?
Yeah,
like the ones that were hanging, where it would be like a drugstore, and they'd have one aisle that just got partitioned out, similar to how they do at Walgreens today. But that's all I could do. So my costume like choices were either the pumpkin head costume thing, or the ghost costume thing, or the homemade costume thing.
Well, see, the ghost costume thing for the 90s, it turned into Ghostface from Scream.
That's awesome.
In the 90s, you were either Ghostface or Scorpion or Sub-Zero or just an off-brand Mortal Kombat ninja.
Yeah,
those are the only options. There was nothing else.
I was Ryu one time. I had I had this white gi from when I was in karate one summer, and I just like, let me just get a red band. Let me just get a red bandana, fucking headband. I felt so dope, dude. And like, it wasn't exactly like Ryu. Obviously, it didn't look as cool. It didn't have like the tattered edges or whatever.
You were as Jack though, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, as a kid, yeah, I was getting pumped with roids at an early age. Greg, bless you, God bless you, bless your heart.
Dying.
God bless you,
bless you.
Bless you.
Oh my God, that would take a little bit of him.
That was the Widowmaker.
Thank you.
Just blew out his own.
Oh man, every time you say that, you think it's Tom Arnold.
Oh yeah, I love that. He's like, you're gonna blow out your O-ring.
Don't worry about it, Andy. Don't worry about what we're doing over here. Speaking of blowing out your O-ring, he's Forbes 30 under 30, aka the verified. AKA the engaged one at Tim Geddes.
Like the moment this one started, I was like, "Oh shit, there is an energy, and I'm here for it." But like, I'm a little scared, and man, I'm really scared about my O-ring right now.
Yeah, watch it, man. You better watch
Please don't blow it out.
That's what I appreciate about me and Nick is that we just have the same touchstone words, and like
You're
you
old.
say it and you know where it's from. No, you all saw this too. You all saw this too. It's just that you guys. What happens is you guys.
Yeah,
go
we
to
were like
movies.
3 when we watched.
You go to the fucking movies, right? And what do you see? You just see fucking moving pictures and somebody dancing. Me and Nick see like the Matrix, right? And we put that thing in here and we log it because we're cinephiles, all right? Cinephiles. How are we so good at recapping movies? Cinephiles. You ask Andy what happened to the Batman. He's like, I don't know, penguin stuff. And that, it's like, that happened. That's true, but there's more.
Every time I was sitting in a movie with Andy, and Andy's like, wait a minute, I've seen this before.
He's a Hispanic heartthrob. Latino heat. No, I fucked it up right, didn't I?
It's okay.
He's Latino heat. Clicking.
It's okay.
Fucking, I'm out of practice.
Texas treat.
Latino Heat, Clicking Heads, Ribbon Sheds, Globetrotting, Headshot, and Nitro Rifle from Twitch.tv. Andy Cortez.
Maybe you should go off of a document of some sort, Greg.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, shit. That was fucked up.
I'm Nick, and for 38 minutes I've been stewing that I don't know how to put numbers on a document. Now I'm going to unleash it. Thanks, Nick. Thanks for fucking it up for me and coming to attack me. Tim, I've done nothing to Nick this whole show. I deserve nothing but praise, palm trees, and honey from heaven from this man. I've been so nice to him. Talking about 15 years of working together. You know what I mean? I haven't even brought up this show.
Get this man his palm trees and honey.
I need the palm trees. The classic combinations of palm trees and honey.
Honey from the heavens.
Honey from the palm trees. That's where they come from. Andy, it's one of those things where, can I have a sidebar real quick, Andy? Can you come to the side here with me?
Yeah.
Can we come to the side here?
No, I'll get out of your way.
No, Tim, you can also be a part of
You're
this.
going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Andy, you're leaning the wrong way. There it is.
It's one of those things, Andy, where it's entirely possible that Greg and I had a conversation that I wasn't paying attention to, where he said, make sure you iterate the document, right? But I don't remember that. And it's also entirely possible that Greg just does this and expects me to understand it because he's operating at a higher level than I. I don't know which one it is. But either way,
you can't blame
yourself
like
it's not my fault. Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
Don't blame yourself.
I wouldn't put any of this on you, but also keep in mind that
this is like Nick comes to visit your house. All right, it's dinner time. Right, he's come for dinner. He goes to use your bathroom, washes his hands. He turns around. There's 3 towels hung perfectly on the rack. He takes one, uses it. He's like, "Well, I don't know what they do with these," and tosses it on the ground. Do I have to explain to him? You know what I mean? He comes in every day. I'm big talking Nick. I'm gonna make a document. He sees how the documents are laid out.
Nick, I see where you're coming from. I don't think you should be blamed for this.
Okay.
However,
of course, the fucking Rat King's back. Here we are.
However, you are kind of defying the rules of a person who brought us magic like the Skittles pocket.
Yeah.
Like you can't keep on defying this person when they bring us such gold every week. You know what I mean?
What you're saying is I'm not wrong in like as far as the law is concerned, but the court of public opinion right now is just
exactly. We know that OJ did it.
I'm on the level of The Rock right now, where if The Rock accidentally ran somebody over, we'd all be like, "Ooh, that sucks," but it's okay. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you just go about your business. I'm sure you're gonna take care of the family. You probably already bought them a new truck because he just gives away trucks. It seems to his mom all the time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You've taken care of it. You know what I mean? That would be the thing. So like right now, if I come in and I'm sorry that I said palm trees and honey. All right, everybody, yummy. You're gonna
That's a shirt right there. Palm trees and honey. Yummy.
Put that on the back side of the Gonzo
Get Joey back in here. Start bouncing ideas off of her.
God, Joey, I would love to put a camera on Joey while she has to unfortunately listen to this podcast.
She doesn't have to listen. She's probably gone.
I don't think she wasn't listening before. I called her in because I was like, we have business.
She's doing important work.
I've got an idea.
Everybody, Andy Cortez has an important idea.
Back of the t-shirt. I'm Gonzo for Gordo, right? Mm-hmm. Commissioner Gordon, looking like Gordo.
I have something to say about
No, looking like Gonzo from Muppets. It's the front T-shirt, no graphic. It's just a pocket tee. Tee. Inside the pocket, palm trees and honey, yummy. And you don't know it's there unless you open it up.
Or we put every shirt comes with a mini palm tree and a couple packets of honey in that top pocket.
I like this idea. I like the pocket because you know what fits great in a pocket.
Honey.
Coin purse.
Coin purse.
Yeah.
No, it looks all lumpy in the chest.
Yeah, but it's fine. 1 month we do the t-shirt. 1 month we do the coin purse. People want to buy both.
1 month we have Big Lou make a bunch of bath mats into Batman masks. We give those away too.
I wish I had a picture of me from that. Greg, you'd laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of that, we watched RoboCop last night. This is a non sequitur, but I was telling Snowbike Mike the hardest I've ever seen you laugh in your life. Do you remember it?
Dude, I'll stop you right there. Because this morning when we're doing the stream today, or before, I was like, we're running through, like, what? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And then afterwards, Nick made me watch scene 24 or whatever it is. And I was like, what is scene? And then I busted up laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God, I haven't thought about that in years. Do it! Fucking do it! This is an inside reference that many of you don't get, but you get a lot of the inside references because this is the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each coming to bullshit with each other about whatever it is they want to bullshit about. You guys find enjoyment in that because you like being our best friends, so you hang out and watch or listen with us. Of course, you go the extra mile and go to patreon.com/kindafunny. Over on patreon.com/kindafunny, you can write in with your topics. You can get the show ad free. You can get it with the exclusive post show we do each and every week. You could be watching live just like Joshy G is, Cody Hagler is, Melissa Hagler is. And Cody and Melissa, I don't understand the relationship. Are you brother, sister, husband and wife? Are you not related at all? Are you in the same room? How do you communicate? I need to know this, all right? To us. Are you both on your phones? Are you watching it on one TV and then you're both in the chat? Are you watching on one TV and you're both on your You both watching independently of each other? You in different rooms, upstairs, downstairs, basement, one's in a car, one's in a plane. You know, maybe this is where you come together. Maybe one's in England right now, merry old England, looking for a Skittles purse. One's in the United States of America, right?
Ceiling room.
Melissa says we are married. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Roof room.
Well, roof room. Right. You can be watching live and become part of this like that and stuff like that. They are currently together, says Melissa Hagler. Okay. I'm getting more and more information here through the telefax. I appreciate that.
Oh, Lord.
You know, it's worked out.
What does that mean?
You know, it's worked out before, Andy, where the couple comes over and they want a photo together and their boyfriend, girlfriend. I said, okay, do you want individual photos in case you break up? And then they laugh. And then years later, I'll meet one of them like, I should have done it. I'm like, I know. No, I won't take the fucking photo with you. Give me $20.
Yeah. The first one was free. This one's going to cost you.
What's wrong with you, Greg? Like, holy shit, this is like the most Greg we've gotten in so long. And I thought yesterday's Gamescast, if anybody's enjoying what's happening right now, I please ask you to go watch the Kind of Funny Gamescast. It's the Gran Turismo 7 review episode. But you can just skip to towards the end where it's Martha is dead. And Greg just talks about his experience with that game. And I don't, right now, to this moment, I don't know if he actually was talking about what happened in the game or if he's just doing the Greg Miller thing that he just did.
That was real.
Where he just fucking is pulling random stuff and it's just like this strings to that, strings to that. Next thing you know, there's fucking honey from the heavens. Like, I love you so much, Greg.
I love this show because it's just we get to come in and hang out, and I miss hanging out with you guys so much. We can come in and fuck around. You know what I mean? So that's I have the electricity of Satan running through my skin right now. In the chat over here, Cody Hagler says, one TV and they're on their phones. So there you go. That's how they're doing. If you were wondering about the Hagler family, that's what's up over there. Of course, if you have no bucks tossed away, it's no big deal. You can support the show and Kind of Funny by using our creator code KindaFunny on the Epic Game Store. If you're not even playing on PC, guess what? Maybe you're playing Fortnite like Kevin Joey. You could use Kind of Funny there as a promo code or the creator code there too. Of course, if you don't want to support the show and you can't give it and we give us no bucks, we understand. Remember, it goes up on youtube.com/KindaFunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe each and every week. However, it will have ads. You won't be able to write in. You won't get that post show where I really get crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear what I think of tadpoles? That's where I'm going to get into it today. Andy, right there, tadpoles. So I remember I'm talking about tadpoles in the post show. You know what I mean? I'll tell you about Kevin. I'll tell you on the top.
Hold it together, Greggy. Hold it together.
Yeah.
I'm so hot right now.
There you are, baby.
I'm taking off my socks.
Let the Hagglers
you have a sweater on right now, and you're like,
that's more of a production. I take off the headphones. You know what Nick does? He sends some message out to the Hagglers. I can't have that. I got to keep my eye on Nick and the Hagglers.
Let the fucking Hagglers know. Let them know, Greg. That's what I want, you know?
Let's do some housekeeping at the top of the show. The Batman screencast is spoiler free and it's up right now. You can catch our review and see what the team over there thought of it. Tomorrow, maybe today, depending on when you're actually watching this, we're doing, of course, Batman in review. We'll be ranking it against all the Batman films, returning to that. That is Thursday. It'll be up as soon as it can. Next week, news for this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only, AEW's Fuego del Sol will be joining the Kind of Funny podcast.
That's cool.
That's right. A professional wrestler that isn't Austin Creed for once, thank God, is coming on the show to hang out. And it turns out Fuego del Sol, a huge Kind of Funny best friend, has been for a long time. I went back to watch his backyard wrestling videos on his YouTube channel because he uploaded them there. His friend was there hosting with him, wearing a producer/seducer shirt. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they're the real deal. I didn't know this happened, and this is amazing. So let's get into that.
That's so fun. That's awesome.
Thank you to our Patreon producers, Delaney Twinney, Gordon McGuire, James Davis, a.k.a. at James Davis Makes, Bionicle and Review 2022, Fargo Brady, and Pranksky. Today we're brought to you by Guild Wars, and hey, Let's talk about it right now.
This episode is brought to you by Guild Wars 2 End of Dragon, the third expansion for the award-winning and critically acclaimed MMORPG Guild Wars 2, and the culmination of the Elder Dragon saga. There's no shortage of new shenanigans to get up to explore the beautiful Canthan continent, travel, fish with your friends in your own personal skiff, unlock 9 new elite specializations, pilot the Siege Turtle combat mount, and way more. If you're new to Guild Wars 2, don't worry, their community of over 16 million players are ready to welcome you with open arms. If you're already a Guild Wars 2 commander, it's time to gear up for some new adventures, like that Siege Turtle mount I mentioned earlier. Yeah, it can bear 2 riders, one to handle the turtle, the other to operate the weapon strapped to its shell. That's awesome. What about the personal skiff I mentioned? It's your new home away from home on the waves. Ferry your whole party around to explore, relax, or drop anchor to fish over 200 unique species around Tyria. You can check out the link in the description to get your hands on Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons, available now.
Then we're back. Here it is. This is one of the things.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I actually screwed it up, Kevin. You're right. I said it, 40 minutes ago at the top of the show and forgot about it. Also, if you go right now to kindafunny.com/platinum, you can check out our platinum reward for the month of March. And here it is. This amazing Avengers poster made by. Do you remember the name?
Salesh.
Thank you, Salish. Sorry, I had it in my Kinda Funny Games daily notes. It didn't make it to my Kinda Funny podcast notes, so I apologize.
A new art piece from him. Say less.
There you go. That's how that works. Dude, he is incredible.
Andy, I blew out my sandals. I'm going to Payless.
Wow.
God. Follow him. It's at
Whoa. I'm sorry. There's breaking news. There's breaking news about the NFL. I'm going to skip Bayless.
Oh,
you got it. Come on, baby. Feel the power of Satan.
You can follow him at SAILESHVAGHELA. Super dope art. He's done a whole bunch of kind of funny things, including one of my favorite pieces of me and Moose I've ever seen, making me look absolutely glorious. Way too blonde. It's very clear I have a very pitch black beard, as everyone would know.
Well, of course. Let me look at you close up here, Tim. How'd that fade? Did it fade?
I mean, you can see it right now.
Wow, that white really punched through there like a
fucking punched through, man.
Really did, dude. You were very much going to be the canary in the coal mine for me, where I was like, if Tim can get away with this, then I'm doing all sorts of shit to my face. But yeah,
I will say, in real life, I've gotten away with it. Nobody said shit, and I know.
So even Gia?
Wait, what happened? I missed this. You dyed your beard?
So last week on the podcast, we were joking a lot about I should just dye my beard.
No,
and
way,
I was like,
was last week. That had to have been like a month ago.
It was last week.
Oh my!
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm hosting Games Daily with Lucy James the next day. And I was like, before that happens, I'm going to dye my beard black and just see if she notices, see what happens. So I did that. And the white said no. It's not going to let that happen.
It won't take. I got you.
Yeah. And it was the whole thing because Gia a long time ago told me that if I ever dyed my beard, she would tell everybody. And I was like, that is the most fucked up thing you've ever said to me. That is very out of character for you. And she regrets it to this day. Yeah. And like she's apologized to me over the years. She's like, if you dye your beard, I won't tell people. I promise you. And like I act like it's a big deal. And so I was like, I'm just gonna fucking do it and see what she says. I'm not gonna tell her about it. So I had to go behind her back and dye my beard. And it was like one of the weirdest excuses I had to come up with to why I'm going to Walgreens at night. It was a whole fucking thing. But anyway, the next morning, wake up, dye my beard. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, holy shit, it is pitch black. Everything was black, like just pure black.
Yeah.
And I got in the shower. I'm like, how's this gonna go? Get out of the shower. And I'm just like, oh shit, it's not black anymore. Like it is much darker, but the white punched through. She didn't even notice. Didn't even fucking notice. I kept laughing. I couldn't hold it in. And then she was like, why are you laughing so much? That I had to explain that I went and dyed my beard. And she's like, is that what you did at Walgreens? What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, you gotta watch the podcast or don't. Or just don't.
Have you thought about like Sharpie or like I'm not sure exactly what
henna?
Yeah, because there's got to be like, what would the permanent solution be? I guess is the problem is that it's just too cheap?
Stop. Oh my god, he's a psychopath.
Rub it.
At least pick one spot. He's just rubbing it on his skin.
Right now it's working, I think.
I don't think so.
It's gonna smell bad, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna get dizzy. There's no ventilation
right now.
It's funny because Tim's 0 for 2 when it comes to dyeing hair on his body.
It's insane.
It's true.
I think it's just because that blonde.
Just go to a professional.
Yeah, you need to be blonde.
Wait, is it that the product was just so shitty? Is that what it is? Like it's just like a cheap store
I think
thing
you just
that
didn't let it sit long enough. I think you got to like let it sit and then
So
wash your
so
hair later.
here's the thing. I went to this Walgreens and like I gotta let you guys know how fucking weirdly it was embarrassing for me to buy this thing. Like first off, like
Tim-
I was just
Tim
like
walks
I
up.
don't know about all this.
you shouldn't feel embarrassed.
Tim, did you watch?
I know, but I did.
Well, he
40
did it for
packs of
fun,
condoms
though.
first. You're like, here are all these condoms, sir, and here's beard dye.
Yeah.
Hey,
no.
here are these condoms, and I was wondering what's the drug you use to make meth, and then also here was some beard dye.
Yeah, no, it's actually even worse where I had to come up with an excuse of what I was buying so that G would be like, okay, you at least brought something into the car when you came back from Walgreens when I came up with the excuse of why I had to go by myself without her. And I was like, oh yeah, Kevin's going to come over and help me do some stuff. I need some duct tape. That was my excuse.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just go buy some duct tape.
Duct tape.
And so I went in and they didn't have duct tape. And I'm like, oh, this is not boding well for me. So I just found some fucking packing tape. So I walk up to the cashier with packing tape and just for men with like the blackest beard I've ever seen. And the guy's just looking at me like, all right, I guess.
You're about to kidnap somebody and try to change your identity is what it looks like, right?
I think at that point, Tim, you also get like a 10-pack of Crayola markers or something like that to make it look like it's an art project of some sort. Like if you're that embarrassed, I think getting some sort of arts and crafts thing, some construction paper will maybe make the guy think, oh, maybe the black dye is for paint, or I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. At least if it were the CVS guy, he would have fucking put you on fucking in court and would have had you testify before Congress.
Personally, I'm glad he's dead.
Totally.
Yeah, the flaws in this plan, Tim. Of course, Kevin probably has duct tape on him right now.
Well, that plan worked.
Yeah.
I got through. She didn't even question that shit. She thought it was a little weird that I was trying to go to Walgreens by myself, but I fucking pulled that shit off.
Yeah.
It's dope as hell. But then the next day I wake up and I'm trying to put it on and it was like, hey, you put it on for 5 minutes. Do not leave it on more than 5 minutes or else it will be unnaturally dark. Not burn your hair off. It'll just be unnaturally dark. So I had it 15. I had it on for 15 minutes and it still didn't fucking work. And that's where I don't understand. What is wrong? These hairs just needed to fight through. I guess the Sharpie did help a little bit.
It did help a little bit, but
I mean, nothing can fight a Sharpie. That's well known.
Yeah,
you got resilient hair, man. That's just I mean, count yourself amongst the blessed. Because if I dye anything on my body, all my hair is gonna fall out probably.
Damn.
Yeah, but also Nick, I think that because I was thinking about this as well, because I feel like I would one day be like, do you guys dare me to dye my hair just so I'd have a reason to do it, like as if I didn't want to do it myself. Like, I'll be real with y'all, I loved slitting my eyebrow. I thought that shit made me look better, but I was really like, cool. Oh, this is for a Halloween thing. No, I just wanted to look dope as hell, and I did, right?
Do it again.
So one
do
day,
it right now.
Okay. So like one day, one day I'll be like, should I just like dye my hair like that one color I was wanting to dye it? Like, would that be crazy of me?
We should dare you and Nick to do it. You guys both get dared, and then you have to do it.
So Kevin, I mean, I had the thought of like, man, I'm worried what it could do, what it could mean for our long-term future, Nick, right? With our hair and what it could mean for the future of our scalp health.
Yeah.
But then I thought, Nick, if somebody put a bomb in my body and was like, you got 2 months to live, I'm not gonna just not go out and live my life to its fullest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Disneyland. I'm gonna go ride that Star Wars ride, right? Like, I'm not gonna just sit at home and be like, well, I gotta be careful. It's like, no. Go live your life. You got a bomb in your body. It's gonna explode in 2 months,
Do you think maybe going to the doctor and trying to take the bomb out of your body that's a place that you stop?
No, if you take the bomb out of your body, it'll explode, and then they'll put a bomb in your dad's body.
Thank you, Greg. I'm glad you understood. Greg knows the rules of this scenario.
Would the bomb also kill the doctor?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then so if you think about the cost of loss of life because the doctor's gone too. That's a lot.
Exactly. The Rock will buy him a truck. Don't worry.
It'll also kill that bank teller that won't give us our fucking money for our Bitcoin. Andy, what color hair are we talking? What is the ideal look that you want to go with for me?
Alana. I want your hair to look like Alana's hair.
Oh, that platinum silver stuff she does?
Silverhawk.
That's really hard to do for black hair, though.
She could do it, though. She could figure it out. I trust her.
I
trust
Andy,
her implicitly with Andy's
dark.
head.
It's so dark brown, yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks really black right now, like
very
in the
dark,
room.
Very dark brown.
Like
well, yeah, the
move
lighting
down just a little bit, yeah. But like
dark.
Nick's hair Nick's hair is brown.
Well, he's got sunlight. He's got a bunch of natural light hitting it. Yeah.
Andy, I feel like you could go with the Johnny Knoxville from
Jackass 4.
Thank you, Jackass 4. Like the silver fox look. I think that would be cool as shit.
I've been saying this multiple times. I want to just do it up top, like lighter, like just lighter here, but the same dark brown on the side.
I think as long as they don't dye the roots. Like if you have to go all the way to the root, that's where you might start getting in trouble. If you do it one time, I think you'll be fine. I don't think it's gonna fall out.
Because I don't need to necessarily bleach it first to do another thing. I think like Tim, if right now, Tim, you told me, Andy, at CVS they got some lightning gel, but they got the color that works, not this fucking vomit yellow that we used to do as kids. Because like, trust me, as a kid, I was like, oh, this is normal gel, right? Like I knew I was fucking I knew I was like overdoing.
You knew you were up to.
I knew I was overdoing the lightning gel to the point, Greg, where I thought I was doing highlighted strips. I thought that I would like, oh, let me just concentrate on this strip and I'll have like just like individual strands. Nah, it looked awful. Like my hair just turned like dark brown yellow. You know, it was just it was just gross looking. Not what
was the other brand that people used to use coming up?
LA Looks?
No, fuck. I just saw no, that one. I mean,
I remember them for sure.
Wait, what?
I just watched. Have you guys watched any of that new Bridget Everett show on HBO? Somebody Somewhere. It's actually really good. There's an episode where she dyes her niece's like hair, but they have this little packet that looks like you buy at a Hot Topic. Forget what they're called.
Oh,
do you know?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Where
it's kind of like made out of like basically cardboard.
Yeah, right? It just looks like it's like something you should not ever apply to your body.
And it has some name like Atomic or something.
Yeah, something like that shit. Maybe the chat will let us know. But
this is very off topic. Can you? What should I watch next?
I started watching Severance. It's an ongoing show, and it's good. I like it.
Because I finished watching. Well, obviously, I finished watching Succession like a month ago, and I've been busy gaming, and I haven't really had anything to be like, let me relax and watch a couple episodes of this new show.
Well,
I know everybody's saying Euphoria is great, but it's just like
it's a downer for sure.
Wait, have you not seen Euphoria?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, you're crazy.
I stayed away too, just because I know it's intense. I
know
it's
Nick,
good,
it's way too it's too young for you.
I started rewatching season 1 of True Detective a little bit. Oh
Andy, me and Tim were talking.
What a show!
What a fucking show! I don't sleep. I just dream. You know?
Andy, I have breaking news for you. I forget. How often do you fly into Dallas? Ever? No.
No.
Dallas Fuel. You're doing something with them, right?
Yeah.
The Dallas Morning News reports iconic Chicago restaurant Portillo's picks first Texas City for DFW expansion. So Dallas Fort Worth.
Wow. Can we figure out some sort of thing? Can
we connect through there a lot? Yeah, we connect through Dallas Fort Worth for a bunch of stuff.
I connect to Houston a lot.
It's going to be Dallas. Nebraska Furniture Mart next to the Grandscape development next to Nebraska Furniture Mart on State Highway 121. So we got that going for us, which is sweet.
We can go to a Cowboys game, then go to Portillo's.
That's what we want to do. We want to go to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to be in Dallas. I was like, I knew we talked about Dallas recently. It won't be open by then. It won't be. Oh, that's already. It's like coming up pretty quick here. April.
Imminent.
Yeah. Fuck. You know, with the COVID, we're not there yet. I'm not comfortable going to a giant wrestling.
To a wrestling event.
Yeah.
Out of all things.
Wrestling fans are a lot like
Dallas,
me.
Texas.
They're a lot like me, and they are just filthy and unclean, and I don't want to be around people like me right now. You know what I mean? In this kind of situation, I need to be around people more like Jen. I can't have them be around me.
Greg, I do like how you're kind of giving yourself the out of like saying they're like me.
Yeah. Very sneaky. Very sneaky.
No. I mean, like obviously, I want to make it's so like I want to make a joke about anything that I'm obviously super wrapped up in. Like I can't sit here and act like I'm not. Like I am literally shut your eyes. Picture a wrestling fan. You picture me with a big old sign, my gut hanging out of my t-shirt, my Stone Cold t-shirt all washed out. Like I know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am, everybody. So Nick, you don't get to fucking judge me. It does. Well, no, that. Ooh, that's what you did there. Now, Nick, speaking of being ashamed of who the fuck you are, Jake writes into patreon.com/kindafunny and says, Nick, in a recent podcast, you said you're trying to drink less Diet Coke. Would you care to share why you're being a coward?
Wow.
This is Jake's words, not me.
I don't think Jake said the coward part, but that's okay.
If you knew how to get the docs and organize them right, you could go see there. The words are right there.
Damn, touche. I'm drinking less Diet Coke. I'm not even trying anymore. I am drinking less Diet Coke because I got to a point where I was only drinking Diet Coke, and I don't know if that's healthy In fact, I think scientifically speaking, it's not healthy. It's a tremendous amount of artificial sweeteners and caffeine. And I think those two together in your body, not great. Now, if you're asking me, Jake, thank you for writing in and thank you for being a patron. Nick, are you substituting that with something that's even more unhealthy for you? I ask you, is a jug of iced coffee every day unhealthy?
Are you really taking that whole thing down, Nick?
Yeah.
Wow, Nick, people don't understand how tough it is as our jobs, because we have a lot of people who are truck drivers and doctors and people who are just really out there thinking they're doing God's work. We're the ones out here busting our humps, watching TV, watching movies, playing games, and then coming in here, get in front of these blinding lights. Like, you're a UPS driver. You listen to us on your route, right? You get in and out of your car. You think that's really exertion. Get in here and fucking be under these lights for 5 hours, right? Get in here and have Elgato sun in your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need this. This is what we call the juicy juice. You know what I mean?
I hate seeing his face through the cup, through the glass. It's like slightly warped.
Like Zorda. I look like Zorda.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Greg.
Listen, this has been a fun podcast. We've been all over the place. It's time to get serious and have a topic. Are you guys ready?
Cool. Please.
Just a little wind down before we get to the post show. And what are we going to talk about in the post show, Andy? I told you to take a note. Tadpoles. Thanks, Nick. You've won. Nick's won himself back over.
Did you see how my screen got bright? Because I have the notepad up.
I
have the notepad app open. Tadpoles.
Matt A. Gascar F. That's how I wrote it. I didn't make it up. Madagascar F says, what are the rules of the road trip? My girlfriend and I went on a road trip last May, and I drove the morning shift from about 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then we switched. At this point, I was very sleepy, so I took a nap. My girlfriend ridicules me, saying that my girlfriend ridicules me for this, saying I should have stayed up with her the way she stayed up with me in the morning. But I say I was in my bounds as the morning driver is allowed nap time. What are the road trip rules, and was I in my bounds? Matt Gascar F.
See. He fucked up, right? Like, he should have stayed up with, like, one person. It doesn't really matter who, but, like, there has to be the driver and one person to make sure the driver is, like, good.
Yeah, but we're talking 2 p.m. in the afternoon, right? If he's going from 7, he said he's going 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., right?
That's right.
And so presumably her shift would be, what is 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.? How many hours is that? 7 hours? That's a 7-hour driving shift? Does that sound right? So she's going till 9 p.m. Right. If you can't drive for 7 hours from in the middle of the day by yourself, then, like, I can't help you. Having said that, I think there should be a stipulation on top of this. If you are driving with someone, you get a 1 hour. If you just finished your shift, you get a 1 hour nap time.
Gotcha.
If after that you don't wake up, you're a piece of shit.
Wow.
See, I'm more on the side of entertainment. So that entertainment needs to either be a person or music / podcast. So if the person's sleeping can let me play my music at a volume that I am happy about, I don't give a fuck if they're sleeping or whatever. I'm just living my life. But if they're the type of people like, I'm trying to sleep, it's like, well, dude, you're either awake or you're letting me fucking listen to some shit. I don't want anything in between. Andy Cortez, you had your hand raised.
I was going to mention that I didn't realize how much my paranoia and anxiety had a vice grip on my life until I had like a road trip, maybe like 7 years ago-ish, where I wanted to be me and a friend were road tripping, and it was very much like, I will sleep. No. You can sleep during my shift. I don't give a dang. But when they were driving, I was so paranoid that they were going to fall asleep. I was so paranoid that like I felt like I had to be up keeping them alert and awake.
Sure.
And that's when I realized, like, oh, what, like, but they're not scared. And I think that's just more on me being like more paranoid that suddenly they're going to doze off at 3:50 in the afternoon when, like, come on, that's not super reasonable to just like be that untrusting of somebody, you know?
Look, if you're driving home from like Vegas and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and everyone's been partying all night long, like, or you spent the entire time driving to Kevin Smith's house to do a podcast and then all of you fall asleep except for Kevin, one of you dumb fucks should have stayed
except
up.
for me.
Oh, did you stay up, Tim?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's good. So you should have stayed up.
Every road trip I've ever been on, I end up being the one driving, which doesn't make sense for anyone involved. Because, like, why would you choose me? It's not like I'm against doing it. Y'all just don't want me doing it. I'm not the best driver. I'm not the worst driver, but it just always seems weird that I'm the middle guy. I'm the middle guy. I'm the Andy of this situation, of the driving world.
Now, you're the safest choice.
Exactly.
That particular time.
Fair.
You're not the best driver, but you're not the worst driver, but you're the best passenger in the front. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when Kevin's driving, you're the best second guy there to slightly judge Kevin, but also when Kevin goes, you can fucking drive, you go, I don't want to drive, right?
Kevin would never offer driving to Tim. You know that.
Kevin offers it just as a joke sometimes, then he and I giggle.
I believe you guys all insisted on me no longer driving because I was too tired.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing about it where I feel like, if I may dust off an old chestnut from a show I believe Tim canceled called Love, Sex, and Stuff. Mm-hmm. Good relationships are based on communication. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like the flaw in Matt Gaskar F's question here, right, is that it sounds like he just didn't communicate with his girlfriend what the rules were going to be before this. Yeah. And so to take it back to our van thing, I feel like that's the problem we had. And not even a problem, but it was that, Kevin, we can do this, we can do that. And then Kevin's like, no, I got it. And then he almost killed us or whatever. And then we're like, Kevin,
no, I didn't almost kill us. There
need to be expectations, right? Like if you all had agreed that, hey, we keep each other up during our driving shifts, and then you betrayed that, then maybe there's something there. But yeah, I think you're right, Craig. I think there have to be kind of rules set in stone saying like, hey, you tell her, hey, you can fall asleep during my shift. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if she's like up talking to you, it's like, hey, if you're tired, go to sleep. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I got this shit.
It's like when me and Kyle Hayes drove from the University of Missouri to Kansas City, Missouri to watch WWE Backlash. Mm-hmm. And yes, this, of course, is the Backlash where Hogan beat Triple H for the title. It was amazing. It was insane. On the drive back, it was later, and we're kids, we're in college, we're youngins or whatever. But the drive back, it was super late at night, where of course we're Central Time, terrible time. Yes. And we stopped for gas, and it was that thing where I knew Kyle was already tired. So what did? I poured a coffee there. You know what I mean? I got a coffee and I sat there and I was ready to, and then when we got there, he thanked me for staying up with him, right? Because that's the point. You got to stay up. That was the thing. It was late. I want to make sure he gets there, arrive alive, all that jazz. I understand 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then 2 p.m. you assume to whatever. I don't know what 9 p.m. whatever they're going to. Yeah. Like, a little bit different, getting a little bit later, but there's conversations to be had here in terms of what it is.
Sure.
Definitely.
Like when I'm thinking about me and my band Polygonal,
such a cool name.
In San Antonio, driving to Dallas, Fort Worth overnight,
Portillo's coming
after a gig. They do have Portillo's coming, and it's ice outside. It's like sleet and ice, and knowing at any moment that the back door of our trailer could pop open and everything could fall out.
Oh no!
That is very present in my mind, and that is like something that we are awake and worrying about. Yeah. And when we wrote on our trailer honk and wave, that people were honking at us because the back door had started flapping open.
Sure.
Not because they were just waving at us. They were like, no, your fucking thing back there. We're like, oh wow. Shit. Like it was a very scary moment for us.
They must really like us.
Yeah, exactly. They dig us.
Now, I've said all this stuff, right? And obviously I'm the driver in my family. My wife does not like to drive. She likes for me to pick her up and take her places, and I enjoy driving. And every once in a while, we'll drive back from like a Tahoe or a place that's a little far away to the point where when the sun hits, we get a little sleepy. And she'll go, do you mind if I take a nap? And of course, as a good husband, I say, of course not. I don't mind that you take a nap. But there's part of me that minds. There's part of me that thinks, I gotta be here driving this thing with my back that hurts.
Right? Doesn't seem very fair.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta be up.
But you can't be honest about that kind of thing.
No, God, Kevin,
you gotta lie. You gotta
lie.
Can you kind of reiterate that sentence of like when the sun hits?
When you're driving back, it's like the sun's out. It hits the passenger side window and everything starts to get a little warm in the car and you're cozy.
Isn't it? I don't understand why that is such an inviting moment for sleep. I legitimately don't. I cannot sleep in my room if the light on my monitor is a little too bright. But there were times where I'm driving home from Rooster Teeth and it's fucking 108 outside. And I have my AC on, but I would feel myself starting to get dozy, and I'm just like, why am I feeling tired right now? Is it the car sound? Is it the outdoor? Like, what is it that's making me so exhausted that I could pull off and just nap right now? I don't get it,
you need to have a pair of sunglasses. It fights it.
Oh, but even then, I just be like, oh man.
AC and sunglasses, you can resist.
So talking about these road trip things and staying awake and being afraid of dying, like Andy was right there, talking about his stuff flying out of the thing, the sleets, the rain.
Fear.
It reminded me when we graduated high school, me, Poe, and a bunch of friends you probably heard of here or there, and BYWF kids had been, or I say we had been, just one guy named Foot and his father had been working on this RV. His last name was Foot. Great last name. Awesome.
It's unfortunate.
And no, he owned it. He was great with it. He loved it. Yeah, you ever call him Footy? Yeah, I'll tell you what, Kevin, you would have loved Foot. You would have gotten.
Sounds like a great guy.
And so, anyways, we drove. He drove. He insisted on driving the entire way in this RV down to Florida. We literally graduated, and then we were gonna go the next morning. We just went that night, like a bunch of morons. Our parents must have been mortified. We're exhausted, but he insisted on driving the entire way, and he was like nodding off at the wheel at times and almost killed us several times, right? And he also kept us alive, but we had some close calls. So on the way back, when Poe fell asleep, we're in an RV, it's a bunch of boys or whatever. He fell asleep on the table. You all sit at like the dining room table in an RV. He fell asleep, and I forget, it was probably me, but like we hatched this plan to prank him and make it seem like we were about to die. Because
that's a good one.
Exactly. And so again, this is a different day and age. I know all you kids here with your cell phones, you can go make a Martin Scorsese film whenever you want to. I had the crank cameras. I had the Kodak disposable cameras, right? So what I did is I sat there and we were like, all right, 1, 2, 3. And then everybody yells bloody murder. Like, oh my fucking God, we're going to die. And I got this photo of Poe. This is him waking up from a nap thinking he's about to die. And his first move was to try to yank off his sunglasses so he could see what the fuck was about to happen to them.
That's a great photo.
Yeah. Well, then I went as quick as I could, Andy, because of course, like, again, I didn't have these Martin Scorsese phones. So I have them the reaction that he isn't going to die. Like, you know what I mean? Him coming to terms with the fact that he gets to live another day.
Good before and after, right there.
Exactly. Yeah. The relief you can see in this kid's face, because you can imagine you're about to you graduated high school, you're about to go off to college, and then you die in an RV. Nobody wants that.
Audio listeners, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, that story was great, even if you didn't see the things. And I'll tell you what, audio listeners, get off your fucking high horse, all right? Again, I've already talked about all these UPS drivers. Wow, you tossed an Amazon package on my porch. You don't know what these lights do to a man, all right?
This is harder.
Did you ever think maybe the reason I'm the way I am is because I bake for you people every day? Has anyone thought about that? Has anyone asked themselves, what happened to this child? Well, he baked under the lights, trying to make you laugh and have a fun day. And forget
a fish.
Holding a frog.
What the fuck is that? Why is it so big?
That's his frog.
It looks like a big tadpole.
It's a big old bullfrog.
First off, I thought that frog was on your shirt and you were just like holding your hands there to make it look like you were holding the frog.
No, I'm wearing a dope ass Earth Day 1994 t-shirt, I think.
Fuck yeah.
Tim, what a great shout out from you. Like bringing it full circle, the circle of life of tadpole. That's great, Tim. That's fucking really good of you.
Let's talk about this fucking tadpole. Great,
ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Kind of Funny podcast. That's the #1 crane operator, Greg Miller, teaching Greg.
You and Forrest Gump? What's happening here?
It's the #1 crane operator, Greg Miller. It's my dad. Greg, my dad teaching me how to use a riding mower here.
Greg, for my Earth Day, there's a video of me in elementary school.
Sure.
I talked about this on the podcast.
No, I'm still trying to outro us, but everyone wants to get in
show's
here.
almost done. I would like do this weird tap dance during one of the musical breaks in the song, and then they zoomed in real close. They were like, "Do that for this video." Like we're all singing on tape for this Earth Day song. Sure. Andy, do your tap dancing bit. And I brought in my shoes, just full of fucking mud and dirt everywhere. And I'm like doing this, and they zoom in real close on my shoes, and there's just like mud flinging like all of it. It's really, really bad. It's bad stuff. It's bad stuff. It's on video too.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a lot of bullshit to talk about and bullshit with each other and have some good times. If you like that, you can head over to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames or no, patreon.com/kindoffunny. Over on patreon.com/kindoffunny. Of course, you can write in to be part of the show. You could be watching us live like the Hagler family is. You could be just having a great old time with the post show we're about to do where we talk about some tadpoles. However, if you have no bucks to toss our way, it's no big deal. YouTube.com/kindoffunny. Roosterteeth.com. Podcast
no bigger than a pumpkin.
The globe. Look at that. The King of Halloween right there. That's how long I've been doing the King of Halloween shit, all right?
Greg, you were such a cute kid. What happened? You know?
I thought I covered it, Nick. I come out here and bust my ass so some FedEx
lights.
driver in his cushy little
Christ, why? Why are you obsessed with FedEx driver all of a sudden?
I think it was
Ladies
an
and
Amazon
gentlemen, until
driver.
next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.